Hey guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. We just hit 30 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. I know it's been a while since my last video, but I have been working really hard on this video and I hope you guys like it. So I'm going to jump right in. This video is going to be all about what the characteristics of a leader are. One of the main ways we can be a leader in our church, school, or friend group is to serve as a role model for all those who are watching us. This could be many different things, whether it's listening to who's in charge, taking the lead of a project, or even just respecting the people around you. Jesus did this in many ways, but one way that really stood out to me was when he washed the disciples' feet. This is one way he showed us how to be a good leader by cleaning their feet. This can be found in John 13, verses 1 through 17. So I'm going to go from verse 1 to 17. It was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew that the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power and that he had come from God and he was returning to God. So he got up from his meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. Verse 5. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I'm going to do, but later you will understand." "Now, no," said Peter. "You shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "Unless I wash your feet, you have no part with me." "Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Jesus answered, "Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean, and you are clean, though not every one of you." For he knew who was going to betray him, and that was why he said not everyone was clean. When he finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to the place. He said, "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asked them. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightfully so, for that is what I am. But now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. Very truly I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them." Jesus laid himself down for us and showed us what it meant to be a leader in these 17 verses. I also found this quote by C.S. Lewis. It says, "Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less." This is exactly what Jesus Christ did his entire 33 years of life on earth. Another characteristic that good leaders have is that they are passionate. When you have passion for a project, it will help others get ready to take on a task. One of the most passionate people in the Bible was Paul. He had a burning passion for Christ. In one of his writings, he talks about passion, and it can be found in Romans 12:11. "Never be lazy in showing such devotion. Be on fire with the Spirit and serve the Lord." Paul was always on fire with the Holy Spirit. The last characteristic that I will be talking about is a true leader knows what his strengths and weaknesses are. Paul says this in 2 Corinthians. "Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly in my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. For the sake of Christ, then I am content with my weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong." 2 Corinthians 12:9 through 10. When we know what our weaknesses are and our strengths, we know what we need to work on and what we should use to help others. Before we end today, I have 4 things I want to point out. The first one, every action we make is being watched by someone else. The second one, humility is not thinking of yourself, it's thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. My third point, when we have passion, we are on fire for something. Be on fire for Christ. My last point, a true leader knows what his strengths and weaknesses are. If you guys have any questions or topics you would like me to talk about in a future video, leave them down in the comments, please. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.